take your fingers off them.
In 2005, two men on two classic motorcycles challenged the convention of age and the limits of nature. Dick Herdeman and Des Malloy set out to cover 18,000 kilometers in less than 3 months. The expedition would take them from Beijing, China to Arnhem, Holland. They had nothing but their bikes, their cameramen, and their determination to explore.
The bikes haven't gone, and Air New Zealand rejected them because of being dangerous goods, and we have a problem. What's happening now is we're starting to repack. We've got the petrol tanks out, the carburetors out. Hopefully this will be the last of our major dramas. I think once we're the other side, we can take things on merit and we can face the problems as they come.
Crossing unpredictable deserts, mountains, rivers and borders is not for everybody. But for Des and Dick, it was an undeniable calling. The last hurrah. The chance of going there, not just dreaming about it.
The Chinese people are wonderful, I reckon, and so is the country.
Well, we've got to ring this guy and find out what did it go on.
Yeah, probably maybe so we don't know the motorbike where in New Zealand or in Malay you
I'm not overly hopeful that they're here already. I just don't have the confidence.
Des and Dick had now been in Beijing for a week. The bikes had arrived but were being held by customs.
We've had word from Wang that there is a possibility the bikes might be released this afternoon. Maybe it's coming on one of those. Wang's spoken to the driver, he just can't, he's close. The bike's come back quite a bit and the back end is broken.
After 10 days of delay, Des and Dick finally got on the road. With the wind in their beards, they rode to the Great Wall of China.
It's good to be alive. So the rider first picture. All right. Yeah, thank you very much. Good luck. All right. Be careful on the road. See you at lunchtime. Yeah. All right.
The route would take them across the northernmost of the old Silk Roads, over the roof of the world, through China, Mongolia, the steppe of Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, across the Karakoram Mountains into Pakistan, Turkey, Greece, Italy, Germany, and finally to Holland.
hasn't broken down, it's making sounds, and Dick's valve lifters come unattached, so things aren't there, but we're on a motorway all to ourselves, completely clear of traffic. In fact, it hasn't been opened, so we're off the map and lost. Almost 8 o'clock, Dick hasn't eaten and looks very tired, but he's hoping to find a restaurant soon.
We're looking at shop soil.
Yeah, like you not believe. Is it about now you reveal to your doctor and your loved ones what your blood sugar was yesterday?
Oh, I probably will.
You probably will tell
Yeah.
how high it was.
Why should I take all the skier on my own? Ran out of petrol.
Pretty tough on the focus, you know, you've got to concentrate all the time. As soon as you look away, you see some rough stuff.
Big problems? Dick, you okay? Shaken?
Just took a little bit of a slip in the sand.
I've lost all the strength out of my hands.
The rocky and sandy terrain was challenging for Dick. After several crashes, Dick was forced to hand the reins over to Stephen and ride in the accompanying support truck.
I just can't do this. And I'll hold you up and, you know.
Well, that's not a problem at this point in time.
No, not immediately, but that will be in about a week.
As you get older, I think you get more cautious, and you fall, you realise it hurts you. So something in you decides that, well, if you do go any faster, you're going to fall off again, you're going to get that pain again.
But I also quite realised that in my lifetime I'll never do a trip like this again.
You know, it is the last hurrah. It's the chance of going there.
Yeah.
And
the name, the Last Hurrah, is a phrase that I used when they said, well, do you want to come? And of course I want to come. When there is a ride in the offing, I'm going. I'm sure on tar shield roads I will have no trouble whatsoever. Hello, I'm Dick. Can I touch your horse? from what I see there, he's the sort of man that I would have liked to be. To survive in this sort of land, in these harsh conditions, summer and winter, night and day, you've got to be something special, eh?
Mm-hmm. Doing pretty well. We've now ridden well over 2,000 k of desert roads, coming up from China across the part of the Gobi up to Ulaanbaatar, and then we've been heading west, cutting on a sort of a southern loop, and we're about 3 to 4 days from the Russian border. So we're a long way from home, pretty godforsaken, but pretty damn wonderful.
While travelling through Mongolia, they came upon a sacred uvu. Here the opportunity was taken to ask for good fortune along the rest of the journey.
Dad, why do people walk around?
For prayers and for good luck. And 3 stones is my 3rd one.
Most amazing place I've been to in my life.
We're still going forward, every hour is a kilometre closer. Well, it's more than K, every hour is an hour closer. And if we keep just doing it in sections.
After all, everything comes to an end, except snarlers. They have 2 ends.
Bananas?
Yeah, but they've actually got a top and a tail.
Right.
Think of it.
Yeah. Privileged to be.
Yeah.
There's a hell of a lot of our friends that are at work at this point in time, sitting there, whether it's in front of a computer or
But work is an
something.
indecent 4-letter word, and I wish you didn't use it.
It's one of the old Urals, like my one.
Interested?
It's good with a sidecar.
Most people come here and look at wildlife.
We call them Ural.
Oh, Ural.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the Ural Mountains. I love it when I can see the road just going off away somewhere, because we've never been there, but we're going there. It's the adventure of going down that road, and especially when it's got a few little curves and just going off into somewhere that.
Even a dead straight road through land like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that down there is real special. That's one of the views of the trip so far. Because you just come up over and just suddenly, woof.
The promised land.
It is.
Dick's hurt himself and he couldn't ride and can't ride, and I'm just hoping that the strength comes back and he gets his legs and everything all working, because this is hard. I need a break almost. This is pretty tough stuff.
As Dick's health worsened, finding a doctor in far western Mongolia was a well-earned stroke of luck. What's more, the doctor was a diabetes specialist.
Fairly high-speed crash was about 40 miles an hour, and I just lost it here on the loose end, and it tossed me off, and it actually hurt my arm a bit.
Which has repaired quite well.
Yes.
Good see what you
And
it's good because you're
Yeah,
it's good
because that's
All we did was
only-
put a piece of sticking plaster over it.
then the doctor wouldn't let him travel because his high blood pressure was 180.
You have to keep it low.
Yes.
Wow.
Precies, that is that will prevent.
And how do you feel now? You feel like emotionally, how do you feel you are?
Oh, emotionally I feel terrible because I've got to go home.
What makes you so sure of that?
No medical knowledge to make such a statement, but I feel in myself that I've just got to go home.
I agree.
But,
If he thinks he's too weak to keep on going,
Yeah.
he cannot keep on going, obviously.
Now this is the day, one day after you were at death's door and were 2 hours from getting on an aeroplane.
yeah,
How's it gone since then?
it has gone so well, I actually can't believe it. Without him I wouldn't have had my bike here now.
Yeah.
Really, I had a few rough days, but all in all, it all had a purpose.
Before leaving Mongolia, there was one last stop to navigate to the degree confluence point 49 north, 90 east, where a rocky uvu would be built.
Is it hard to find it?
What's that thing? The spot?
Yeah.
No, it's quite good. You're just riding along and you see left, right, left. Oh, 800 metres, 700 metres. Then I was down to 50 metres, 7 metres, and I stopped when it was sort of like 2 metres or something. And then got off and just walked over
What
here.
do you think the man in the field thought of you doing that?
Well, initially when I saw a guy up here, I thought it looked like the guy was the exact spot. And I thought, how did one of you two get here? Because he was on a distance and he was standing at, I kept looking, this is exactly where we're going. And he was only about 10 metres away, you know, and I rode up, but I didn't ride to him, I rode past him sort of 10 metres and stopped and then got out and I made my little search for your uvu.
At this one spot on the globe, a time capsule and all its treasures would be left.
Around the world of 2 old geezers.
Nice.
How old, eh?
Yeah, these are strong ones, huh?
I don't know,
But yellow.
yeah.
The Panther.
Panthers.
Who gave you that?
Just Graham Sherborne, the chairman of the Panther Owners Club, sent me a solid silver Panther's head and chain. Solid silver so it won't tarnish, and that's to go in the time capsule. And I hope one day another Panther owner or two will come and see it.
Dig it up.
Same one.
Not dig it up and take it, to navigate to this one spot. And then they can, you know, do their own uvu, and then they could be the Norton's Triumph owners. And yeah,
Your motorcycle's in the background.
excellent.
Say where?
It's actually showing 48, 59, 9999, 89, 59, 9998.
That's alright, we'll just move it.
If we could just move the uvu over. Hang on. Arriving destination. Here we go. Getting confused. It was. We had this at.
Well,
Yeah.
After a moment of confusion, it turned out the uvu was in the right spot. Latitude 49 north, intersecting with longitude 90 east.
Mongolia's finished.
The new adventure is Russia.
España.
Leaving the support vehicle in Mongolia, they were now completely self-reliant.
Zdravstvuyte, good morning. And the snow on the hills. Nice little cottages.
With the resurrection of Dick's strength, they headed north further into Siberia.
Yeah, excellent. Look at the scenery behind you. Look at the bluffs.
I just saw a little animal run across there that could have been a marmot.
You've got marmots on the brain, mate.
This wasn't a squirrel,
I think.
and it wasn't a rat. It was bigger than it didn't have the fluffy tail of the squirrel.
There was an eagle not far above us, and I saw it come, and it was looking at us. I could see it turning its head. No more Mitsubishi, no more Mercedes. Us, the man and the machine against nature.
Now start, stay.
3, 2, 1.
Later that very same day, they got lost in a blizzard and were forced to seek shelter and wait out the storm.
Just through here.
Yeah.
At the moment, all I want is to be out of the bloody snow.
Once back on track, they headed for Barnaul, Russia.
And now we ride from Beijing in the Netherlands. His sister, his younger sister, his little sister, the baby, 70 years old.
Документы необходимо учесть предыдущий опыт работы над структурой администрации.
Побывать в Монголии и Китае – это давняя мечта одного из путешественников новозеландского писателя Десмонда Маллоя. Накопив за несколько лет необходимое для такой поездки количество денег, он вместе с сыном Стивеном и другом Теодорусом Хардеманом отправился в поисках приключений на другой конец света, в Азию.
Beijing to Mongolia.
This country, yeah?
Yeah, across Mongolia to Barnaul. And then we just come.
Woohoo! Ahoy! With our Russian TV. I can get chocolate all around. And drink chocolate. Yeah.
After making good progress through Russia, they headed for the border of Kazakhstan. A mistake made by the Kazakhstan embassy in Beijing meant they were refused entry at the border post.
Welcome back to Russia. How was the stay in Kazakhstan?
Very short.
We've got 3 days to wait next to the railway tracks, petrol station, and a border crossing.
The border between Russia and Kazakhstan. I find that now hard to believe that we actually did this.
Таксую потихонечку. Соображаешь?
Да.
Радио сегодня про вас говорили. Да, вот я еду и слышу радио.
Yeah, radio, yeah.
Yeah.
Audio, yeah.
Байкер.
Yeah.
Тюнер.
You're famous. Ah.
Да, FM, байкер.
Yeah, da.
Great.
But how about that? He hears us on the car radio, or hears about us on the car radio.
Records it.
Finds us camping in a rubbish tip, and comes over and gets us to sign his cassettes.
Oh, I reckon that is fantastic.
The bikes are going well, we're going well. Everybody's still talking, everybody's reasonably happy, I think. Dick's, I think, doing very well currently, strong. It never came to me in the first couple of days here, but finally, maybe I could become a train spotter.
After finally getting through the border, they hurried through Kazakhstan. Trying to make up lost time was physically and emotionally draining.
You're saying, Dick, you're pretty tired? Is that the case?
Yeah, that shaking on the bike, Christ.
Long day.
Has been a long day.
She just stopped.
Is being eaten? With a smile?
Yep.
She did that before.
Did you do much with B-dubs over the years?
Yeah, you couldn't stay clear of them.
Was that because you're a European?
Well, it probably would help.
Yeah.
But also they all started to get a bit old.
Yeah.
And the whole
They now had to travel to Tashkent, Uzbekistan, to complete the visa requirements for Pakistan. They left the bikes behind and took the opportunity to visit the mythical city of Samarkand. On the way to Bishkek, Des noticed an infection growing steadily worse. Steve convinced him to go to hospital.
I hope this is solving the problem and that if they can take away the poison, then I could sit down. But to me it feels fist-sized swelling. And that makes it uncomfortable to sit.
Yeah.
You right? Small problem. They'd like to just quickly get through the operation today.
Yep.
But they'd like me to stay here 7 days.
Or maybe you should stay here during, maybe for 2 days.
Chinese government, they say we must be at the border at 24th, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, 24th.
Today you stay here, yes? Till tomorrow.
Can we do that? So we just cancel that?
Till tomorrow, not go today.
Okay.
Does he sleep here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
Don't worry.
Well, the one thing you need when you're riding a motorbike
is your bottom.
Is a reasonably good condition bum. Currently mine isn't, and they seem to think they'd like to do some surgery and cut out an infection.
How are you feeling, mate?
They've had me paralysed from the waist down. Couldn't believe it.
So you won't be riding?
Not for the next 5 minutes.
Des gambled his health against the paper itinerary and decided to push immediately onwards against the advice of the surgeon.
How big is the wound?
Well, if you'd ask me, I'd say it's sort of about that size. You guys haven't given an accurate description, but maybe like that. It's like a slit, is it?
Oh, you'd be lucky to call it a slit.
Pocket?
It was up to Dick and Steve to ride over the Torrigat Pass into China. Des was forced to ride in a hired van. At altitudes of up to 3,600 meters, the thin air strained both the lungs of the riders and their single-cylinder bikes.
I am stuffed. There's something about up here that is knackering me out, tell you that.
Oh, I'm tired. I wouldn't like to go for a 100-yard sprint.
In the motorcycle in the altitude?
Oh, hard to say. Sometimes you don't know whether you're going up or downhill. But it's still pulling well.
Yeah. What did you say?
I just wondered if I reminded you of anything.
He's laughing, Dick.
Yeah, no.
Whilst in Kashgar, Des had his wound checked at a hospital.
Through the 5 days you stay
in hospital.
And
recover.
taking this room very dangerous.
I know.
I reckon we're taking a huge step backwards, but good pain relief. A rest day tomorrow. The next day, I could ride some of the bits that I had to.
Overcoming the post-operative pain, Des jumped back on his bike.
Looking forward to this. Looking forward to this.
Go, Bob!
This was the road Des had dreamed of riding since its construction in 1981. The road snaked its way up steep-sided gorges into the heart of the Karakoram Range.
I'll carry on to the river or whatever it is we're coming to.
Yeah, okay. You right, Dick?
Yeah, I'm getting a bit sore in my neck, you know. Shaking.
Your back brake light always comes on.
Yeah, it's just his foot just touches it. That's right.
That's it? Yeah.
Just couldn't see a bloody thing. You want to have a ride, I'm fucked.
I'll go get the bridge.
I'm tired, but I'm also sore. If we didn't have the support vehicle, I'd have to stop shooting.
How's your bottom?
Bottom's been pretty good.
Yeah, have you further wounded it?
Oh, I probably have.
But it was too good to resist?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ridden rivers like this before as deep, Christian?
We need to know whether the trucks coming this way can tell us are the main rivers the other way that are worse.
Or I got a flat tyre and they've run off, so it's all about self-sustainability. Sit around, get hot and wait and wait and wait till they realise I'm not in their mirrors and come back. Dad actually can't see out of his mirrors because his bag's in the way, but they'll wise up soon, I hope.
When trying to regain time, Des underestimated the summer snowmelt and plunged into a swollen and impassable river.
It was lying over it, the water was cascading through.
Je kan sort of flick the stand up and tip it off.
They were required to leave China that day, but with the Panther out of action, they had to camp in no man's land.
Will it do another 5k, Dick?
Crossing the now diminished river, they rode up the immense valley towards the Kunjarab Pass. They were now truly on the roof of the world.
Well, here we are at the top of the Kunjarab Pass, supposedly one of the highest public accessible roads in the world, over 15,000 feet, 4,700 and something metres. Those intrepid souls who braved the icy coldness, lack of oxygen and devilish weather to wreck a miracle called Karakoram Highway. It could be 10 hours.
The road was sheer bliss for adventure motorcyclists and the inspiration for much of this journey.
We've eaten and we have slept and we've got money now.
Yep, fill them up please. Yep, okay.
But you didn't see it. Oh, what a piss you off.
How many in how many days?
I think this is number 4. 2 days.
Jeez, it gets hot in there, doesn't it?
Yeah. We can pack up. It just suddenly went.
What happened to your steering?
Well, it all just went and I just went. That's why we suddenly did some balancing act and
came to some rocks and stopped.
Can you ride into the next town?
Down into the shade.
Yeah. Here, if we start a major truck like that, we'll fly.
Take round on that. I'm wondering whether we don't put it on the truck to Islamabad.
Due to the constantly looming deadline in Holland, a van was organised to transport the bikes overnight to Islamabad. An agreement was forged with a local workshop to fabricate a new fork leg to Dick's specifications.
What if we reverse the entire shock absorber? That means take the spring on the upper side and take this joint on the lower side. You said they can reproduce the entire thing on the other side. You have to move this collar on the other side, this thing on the joint, for a sleeve inside. Yeah, there is a very thin one. Very thin.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says they're not going to spoon me. And don't get पीछे वाला करके ना समझाऊंगा. इन्होंने हाली पाकिस्तानी से काबिलियत तो पता कोई नहीं.
Should do 10,000 kilometers.
That's a remarkable job.
Yeah.
Entering Lahore, Des's fork broke again.
Bent. Nice rock and roll loose too.
Certainly better than it was, enough to get me to the railway station.
They're probably made of far too thin a tube or soft metal.
The Panther broke its front leg again, or bent it at least. It is unsteerable, it is unrideable. It is on a train. I haven't had the opportunity to strip it yet and have a look at it. But as it is at the moment, I would veto any attempt to ride it. It is highly, highly dangerous. Just imagine a motorcycle and all of a sudden the front wheel with everything attached disappears, falls by the roadside.
For the first time, there's almost the F word in the air.
Which F word?
Failure. Not a nice thing to face, and I haven't accepted it yet.
This time, the bikes were repaired in Quetta under the scrutinizing eye of Dick. The brake point was moved to isolate the weakened weld and safely remove the stress point.
Then you don't have to get it over the weld.
Yes, yes.
Okay. ना पिछला अंदर वाड़ के लाएंगे.
Through work in both my last company and now, and
wij het veel going.
You're a guest.
No.
You're a guest.
Uncle, you are guest. My guest. Shukriya. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We've done the repair just as Dick originally anticipated, and it's going to be as strong as anything.
The bikes were now ready for the final push through Iran to Europe.
The reality, I think, is setting in. The dream of the 24th is seeming a very long way away.
On arriving in Zahedan, Dick fell ill and was taken to hospital. Dick's body and general health had taken a fair share of punishment during the preceding 2.5 months.
I'm flying to Tehran, and from Tehran to Amsterdam, where I need medical attention.
No, that was the right. You were the man in the driving seat. You knew you needed the doctor now, not after tea. And we had a pretty good trip so far, and it won't be long. And you'll come down and ride the last bit with us when we tell you where we are.
We may not see you there, you understand?
No. We'll do our best to get there.
Miss you, Dick.
With only 12 days left, the focus was now on the road, and reuniting with Dick and Arnhem was their goal.
We're going to try to get across the desert past Bam before it gets too hot. Bam being renowned for its temperature. After that we will start to climb into the hills, and the next town, Kerman, where we'd like to get on the train, is at 2,000 metres, so it's quite a bit cooler. Let's go do it.
By mid-morning, the constant heat of southern Iran became debilitating.
We're a bit lost without the old fella, and on more than one occasion Steve has come out with what Dick would say. We've taken a train from the south of Iran up to Tehran, trying to pick up time, and now we're taking a train the same day we got to Tehran. We're taking another train up to Tabriz in the north, which will take us close to the Turkish border. A week to go for us to try to get to Holland. We're over on the Turkish side of the Iranian border, the nearest town, which is about 25k from Iran. We're going to have a damn good crack at doing a long day today. Turkey's slightly shorter than what I thought. It's about 1600k to Istanbul, and we'll try to do 700 plus k today and see how that goes.
After crossing Turkey in only 2 days, the bikes and riders surged on and into Europe.
We've had a couple of days hard riding across Greece, but I hope we'll be on a boat tomorrow morning.
Once in Italy, they rode on. Arnhem was now in their sights, with only 1,000 kilometres to go.
Today's the last day of the Last Hurrah. Tomorrow we don't have to ride, but today there's still quite a challenge ahead of us. We have to get to the rendezvous point at the outskirts of Arnhem noon. First we have to get Penelope started, which is a bit of a challenge these days, and we have to limp along. It's been difficult at times, of course, and now the reward is there. I think stopping will be the reward.
Hier is dikke man.
Wat dacht jij?